I'm going to be ranking every single dark matter card right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to F tier. And like I said, guys, I have every single dark matter here on a tier list. I think it's a total of 156 dark matters. Now, I'm not going to have those playoff dark matters, the one that goes from like Galaxy Opals to dark matters, or just any playoff card that got evoed up to a dark matter, because I feel like it would just be a little bit too much for this tier list. And those cards I feel like a lot of people aren't using. But if you guys want to know where I would rank a playoff dark matter, like I do have some like Jimmy Butler, just because he's a top level and he already was a dark matter in the game. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to rank any of those playoff dark matters. Like if you don't see one on this tier list, like if you don't see any dark matter cards, what I'm saying, just let me know their name and I'll tell you guys where I would put them. But I got 156 of every single dark matter in the game. But like, for example, I'm not going to have two Anthony Davises, right? Not gonna have his playoff and his highlight reel. I'm not gonna have like all two Ben Simmons. I'm not gonna have, you know, multiple LeBrons and multiple Bulls. It's just gonna be their higher version. And I would put their normal, so for example, Bull, I would put Hero Bull in S tier, and I would also put his interdimensional one in the S tier category. So wherever I put a card like a Devin Booker, that's also where I'd put his other dark matter. Same thing with LeBron, you know, his playoff and his all-star. And I'm also not including invincibles or end games, because those I think are on their own separate tier list. I'm not including invincibles, just going to be all the dark matters in the game, non-invincibles and not end games, just because those, I think there's enough in the game where they're going to be their own separate tiers. So that was a lot of explaining. Now let's hop into the tier list. We got a lot of cards to go over. Don't think I can really explain too much for each card, kind of just got to throw them in tiers and then explain a little bit as I go. Anthony Davis, I'm thinking probably D tier. I did put the wrong Anthony Davis card. I meant to put the playoff one, so just pretend it's the playoff one. I mean, they're both going to be in the same tier. I would say the D tier category. Just not a great power forward, you know, a little bit undersized at the power forward position and doesn't have a good jump shot. Allen Iverson gonna have to be an F, only a 6-foot point guard. Fun to use in game because it's AI, but I just don't think you can put him any higher than F tier because he's only a 6-foot point guard. AK-47, I think you go probably high A tier. I'm not sure if you can put AK in the S tier category because there's probably going to be maybe even 15, so maybe there will be. Is he a top 15 dark matter in the game? He honestly might be, so I'm gonna leave AK in the high A tier category for now. He's a really good defensive 2 guard, but I'm just not sure how many cards and what cards are gonna be in S tier. So for now, I'm gonna go AK in the A tier category. Allen Houston, I'm probably gonna go D tier. Not a bad shooting guard, just nothing crazy. Like, he's solid. You know, Amari Stoudemire, I'm gonna go C. I like Amari Stoudemire a little bit more than Anthony Davis. I think he's a little bit better offensively, brings about the same defense, and I do like his jump shot a tad bit more. So Amari Stoudemire, I think, gonna be in the C tier category. Ched, I'm gonna go easy S. I mean, for sure gotta be in the S tier category. One of the best dark matters in the game, one of the best small forwards, really well-rounded, overpowered, glitchy, whatever you guys want to call it. Chet probably is, so gonna be in the S tier category. Gilbert Arenas, he's undersized at point guard, but I'll still give him C tier because he's great offensively, has a really quick jump shot. I think you probably give him C. Artis Gilmore, I'm gonna go A tier. Definitely don't think he's I definitely go A tier. I don't think he's S tier anymore. Still a really good defensive power forward. There's just so many good dark matters and power forwards and just cards in game at the dark matter tier. So I do think he's gonna be alongside AK for now in the A tier category. Blake Griffin, I'm gonna go probably D or C. He does have pretty good size at small forward, so I'll give him the C tier category. Solid defender, not the best of jump shot, not the best of dribble sig, so I do think Blake gonna probably be in C tier. Scotty Barnes, I'm gonna go A really good defensive point guard. He's 6'8" at the 1, 7'2" wingspan. He's really good at slash into the paint, an elite level defender. I think you gotta go Scotty Barnes somewhere in that lower A tier category. Rick Barry, just not a great small forward card. I would definitely take Blake Griffin over Rick Barry at the small forward spot, so I'm gonna go Rick in that D tier category. Ben Simmons for sure gotta be an S tier. One of the best, if not the best, defensive point guard in the game. Can still slash to the basket with the best of them, and I think probably is the second or third best point guard in the game. You could even consider him number 1 if you wanted to. So Ben Simmons, I think for sure gotta be in the S tier category. Brandon Ingram, I'll probably throw in B tier. For me, he feels like a perfect B tier card. I like him a little bit more than Blake Griffin, Amari Stoudemire, and Gilbert Arenas, but I definitely don't think he's on the AK, Scotty Barnes, or Artis Gilmore level. Just a solid shooting guard. Not the biggest fan of his jump shot though. Bill Laimbeer, I'm gonna put him F, man. I just don't think that jump shot's usable. It's one of the worst jump shots, or it is the worst jump shot in the game. So for that reason, I think he's got to be an F tier. Bill Russell, I'm gonna say probably either high B tier or low A tier. I'm gonna go high B for now. He's a really good defensive small forward. I just think he's a little bit lackluster on the offensive end, but his defense really does save the card and really push him into the B tier category. Larry Bird, you guys know where the trophy case Larry Bird is going. Gotta be an F tier, one of the worst dark matters in the game. Bobby Jones, I'm gonna go B tier. I think he's actually a pretty solid small forward, plays really good defense, and just all around a great small forward card, has great dribble sigs. LeBron I think is probably still B because of his size. It's not going to be his invincible card where he can play shooting guard, only going to be at the small forward and power forward spot, but I still think LeBron, you got to give him somewhere in the B tier category. Devin Booker, I'm gonna go probably high B tier. Like, this is the playoff Evo one where he's now gonna have, I think it's 50 Hoff badges, right? 50 Hoff badges for Devin Booker, 6'6" at point guard, really elite offensive point guard in the game, really good dribble sigs, a good jump shot. I could see Devin Booker being in the A tier. You know what? I'm gonna go Devin Booker A tier. I think he's one of the more slept on point guards in the game. Chris Bosh, I'm gonna go like C tier for Chris Bosh. I think he's on the same level as Anthony Davis. Cade Cunningham, I'm gonna go Cade probably either high C tier or low B. I know he's 6'8" at, okay, 6'8" at point guard. I'm gonna still go B tier. Not the best of jump shot. I feel like his defense is kind of lackluster for a 6'8" point guard card, but I'll still give Cade B tier because of his height at that point guard position. Caron Butler I think is also going to be in B tier, a really good, just well-rounded shooting guard. I think Vince Carter got to be A tier, still one of the better offensive shooting guards in the game, really good at slashing to the basket. I think he's got good dribble sigs and also a great jump shot. Chuck Cooper I think is good, but nothing special. I'm gonna probably go like high C tier or low B. I'm gonna go high C tier for Chuck Cooper, a little bit undersized at that shooting guard position. CJ McCollum, a short point guard, gotta go an F. Clyde Drexler, not bad. Like, he can still give you some pretty good production. I'm gonna also move Allen Houston up into the C tier category. I think he's a little bit better than some of those guys in D tier. Chris Paul, gotta go F, another undersized point guard. Dame, I do like a little bit more than a Chris Paul and an Allen Iverson. I think Dame does give you a little bit more size, a little bit more offense and defense, just as an overall card. So I'm gonna go Dame in that low D tier category. Adrian Dantley, I'm gonna go B. I don't think you can put him on the same tier as a Vince or a Scotty Barnes or an AK, but I think he's a really underrated shooting guard. He's got a great jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs, and a really fun shooting guard to use in the game. So Adrian Dantley I think is going to be in B tier. Bull, like I said earlier, gotta be S tier. I mean, for sure, one of the best dark matters in the game and just one of the best cards in general. So Bull, the hero and the interdimensional one, gonna be in the S tier category. Dave Cowan's gonna be on the same tier as Bill Russell, pretty much the exact same small forward cards. David Thompson, I'll go low B or low C tier, kind of somewhere in C, on the same level as Gilbert Arenas. DeMar DeRozan, same level as a Caron Butler, Adrian Dantley. I think he's a little bit better than those cards. He could maybe be an A tier. Like, I think DeMar is a really good shooting guard. I'm gonna go probably middle to high B tier for now, but I could definitely see DeMar DeRozan being an A tier later down the line. Derek Coleman, I'm gonna probably go somewhere in B tier. He's still a 6'10" small forward. He's just a better Blake Griffin is the way that I view it. So Derek Coleman gonna be in that B tier category. Dirk Nowitzki, I'm gonna go probably A for Dirk. I think he's such an elite power forward card, has a quick jump shot, amazing offensively at the power forward position. So I do think he's gonna be an A tier. Maybe could use a little bit more defense and a little bit more athleticism and speed. But I still think Dirk gotta be an A tier. Donovan Mitchell, kind of same reason as Dame. He gives you a little bit more size than Allen Iverson and Chris Paul with his player model, his wingspan, and I think he's got a better jump shot than both those cards, and also just as good movement wise. I think he moves a lot better and is amazing at slashing to the basket. So I'm gonna go dark matter D Mitch in the D tier category. D-Rob on the same tier as Dirk, very similar power forward. Dirk is more offensive based and D-Rob is more defense and size and player model. But I think for sure both dark matter are both going to be in the A tier category for the basically ranking every single dark matter in the game. I think they both got to be an A tier. Dwight Howard, I'm gonna probably go a tier below in B. Just doesn't have the best of jump shots in world, but doesn't have one of the best jump shots in the world, but still a really good defender and really good athleticism. Earl Lloyd, I'm gonna go an A. I think he's just a worse version of Vince Carter. Very similar though at the shooting guard position. Dr. J, I mean, he's got his jump shot on normal timing. I just don't think you can be any higher than F tier if your jump shot's only on normal. So that's why cards like Larry Bird and Dr. J gonna be in the F tier category. Patrick Ewing, I'm gonna probably go D. I would say like he's not much better than an Anthony Davis or a Chris Bosh, and I would for sure take Amari Stoudemire over him at the power forward position. Michael Finley, I think once again is a very close S or A tier card, kind of on the same range as an AK-47. I think he's great offensively, could use a little bit more size on the defensive end, but I think him and AK will probably be in the S tier category, but just for now I want to keep him in A tier. Fred VanVleet, another undersized point guard. As much as I do like Fred, he's gonna have to be an F tier. Gary Payton, I'm gonna go honestly C tier for Gary Payton. I think his defense is underrated. He's a really tall point guard in game for his size. Like, I know he's 6'4", but he feels like more like 6'5" or 6'6" with his player model, the defense he provides to the table. And then he's also amazing to slash into the basket, great dribble sigs, and I feel like also has a really good jump shot. Rudy Gay, easy A tier dark matter, one of the best shooting guards in the game, really well-rounded card, great size, great jump shot. Pretty much no flaws with Rudy Gay. I think he's for sure going to be in the A tier category. George Gerving, I'm gonna probably go somewhere in like the low B tier. Actually, I'm gonna go George Gerving in C tier. I really don't think he's that great of a shooting guard. I think Glenn Robinson though, easy B tier alongside Adrian Dantley, DeMar, and Caron Butler. I think they're all going to be in B tier. Giannis, I think because of his size, very similar to LeBron, just the animations, their player model, and what they can do on the court, I think is still very underrated. And they're still Giannis and LeBron, so they get those crazy animations, but I do think they're going to be in the B tier category. Draymond Green, I'm gonna go high B tier because of his defense. I don't think he's A tier. There's so many other good point guards in the game. But yeah, Draymond, a really good defender, has great size at the point guard position, and a really good player model. I think I think Jalen Green is probably going to be in C tier. Horace Grant, I'm gonna go B, a little bit undersized at power forward, but still has a pretty good jump shot and very solid dribble sigs. I'm gonna go James Harden in B tier, a really good offensive point guard, not a bad defender, not a great defender, somewhere in that middle range when it comes to defense, but his offense really does carry this card, and I think make him a B tier dark matter card. Tyler Hero, I really don't think it's that great. I'm gonna probably go C tier, on the same level as a David Thompson, Gary Payton, and Gilbert Arenas. Grant Hill is probably also going to be in C tier. Not a bad defensive card, but is a really lackluster on the offensive end. Really doesn't have any offense to the card. John Havlicek, I'm also going C tier. Not a bad shooting guard, like he's super well-rounded, and he gives you great defense, but I just don't think you can put him in the B tier category. Kyrie Irving, a very similar situation to a Dame and a Donovan Mitchell. I think they're better than like Allen Iverson and Chris Paul and CJ McCollum, but I definitely don't think they're C tier because Kyrie is an undersized point guard, but still does have some pretty good offense. Jonathan Isaac, easy A tier dark matter, one of the best small forwards in the game, especially on the defensive end. Really good on-ball defender in my team. I think for sure has to go in A tier. Isaiah Thomas, another undersized point guard in F. John Morant, kind of same reason as Kyrie, Dame, and Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, and Dame. I think he's going to be in D tier. Steven Jackson, I'm gonna probably go B, a solid all-around shooting guard in the game, on the same level as like a Glenn Robinson, DeMar, Adrian Dantley, very similar to these type of shooting guards. Jaylen Brown, I'm gonna go C tier, has a super slow jump shot, really good dribble sigs though, but I think that jump shot really does hold the card back. Jermaine O'Neal, I'm gonna go B tier. I know his jump shot's terrible, but he's still got great size at the small forward position. He brings defense, size, rebounding, mashing ability, everything you pretty much need from a small forward besides his jump shot. Jimmer Fredette, another undersized point guard in the game, was really fun to use when he first came out, but he's just undersized and plays no defense. Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna go somewhere in the B tier category. Another very similar shooting guard to these guys, DeMar, Steven Jackson, Glenn Robinson. I just don't think he's on the same level as a Rudy Gay, AK-47, Michael Finley, Vince Carter, or a Lloyd. I think he's probably that one tier below. Looking at the next dark matter, gonna be JoJo White. I just don't think this card's really that good. I'm gonna go F tier. Joe Johnson, I'm gonna go C. Another like mid-tier shooting guard, nothing crazy about the card, but also nothing great. Joel Embiid, I'm gonna go in probably high C tier. I don't think he's a great power forward because of his jump shot, but he still does give you pretty good size at the power forward position, so I'm gonna go Joel Embiid in C tier. Nikola Jokic, easy S tier dark matter. Don't think there's really any debate there. The best point guard in my team, even over a guy like Ben Simmons. He's 6'11" at the one, an amazing jump shot, great size, really good dribble sigs. I would say for sure is an S tier dark matter card. Josh Smith, I think, is A tier, another really elite small forward in the game, very similar to a card like a Jonathan Isaac. Rudy Gay at small forward, AK at small forward. He gives you great defenses and is all around a really good dark matter card. Jason Richardson, I would say once again on the same level as a Caron Butler, Glenn Robinson, DeMar. All very similar shooting guards, and I think are all going to be in that B tier category. J.R. Smith, probably another B tier point guard, just like James Harden, great offensively, Maybe not the best defensive point guard in the world, but I still think he gives you some pretty good offense, so gotta go JR and B tier. Drew Holiday, I'm gonna go C just because of his defense. A very similar point guard to Gary Payton, just doesn't have that great of a jump shot. I really wish they gave Drew a better release, but I think for now, gonna be in the C tier category. Karl Malone, easy A tier, a very similar small forward to Josh Smith. They're pretty much on that same range. They're pretty much the exact same small forward in the game. So I do think for sure both these guys, because of their all-around play, are going to be in the A tier category. Kawhi Leonard, not a bad defensive card. His jump shot's pretty mid, but he still plays really good defense in game. I think you got to give Kawhi C tier. Kevin Durant, I know we got new Invincible Kawhi and a new endgame Kevin Durant, but for these Dark Matter versions, I think they're going to be in C tier. Like, Kevin Durant just doesn't have a good jump shot or dribble sigs, and Kawhi's release is still pretty slow and pretty mid. Hakeem Olajuwon, I think, going to be on the same tier as Dwight. Very similar power forwards, great defenders, just don't have the best jump shots in the world, but I still think you got to give them B tier. Dikembe is A tier for sure. I like him a little bit more than a Dirk, than a D-Rob, and he can also play center at a much higher level. Really good shot blocker, really good defender, and still has a pretty good jump shot. Shawn Kemp, I'm gonna go B tier. Really solid all-around small forward, especially on the offensive end. Has a good jump shot, can finish at the rim. I think you got to go Shawn Kemp in Shawn Kemp in B tier. A guy that's going in the A tier category though is going to be Kevin Garnett. Pretty much the exact same small forward as Jonathan Isaac, both elite defenders and do have pretty good jump shots. Jason Kidd, another, I would say, you know, Gary Payton, another Drew Holiday type of point guard where they don't have the best jump shots in the world, but still play pretty good defense. Bernard King, I'm gonna go probably B tier. Once again, another shooting guard on the Jason Richardson, Caron Butler, you know, Glenn Robinson type of level at the shooting guard position. Klay Thompson, I don't think he's really that good at shooting guard. I'm probably going to go C tier. Kobe, I'm also going C tier on the same level as Clyde Drexler. Kyle Korver, I'm also going to go in C tier. Does have a good jump shot, but I feel like his defense isn't that great, and I'm also not the biggest fan of his jump shot, so I think he can shoot threes pretty good offensively, but I think he's going to have to be in C tier. Kristaps, easy A for sure. Once again, I know he has that new Invincible card, but for this 16-bit Dark Matter, one of the best Dark Matters in the game, 7'3", can play power forward, great wingspan, great player model, and still does have a super knockdown jump shot. Looking at the next Dark Matter is going to be LaMarcus Aldridge. I would probably throw him in the low B tier spot. A good stretch for, especially for a budget price tag. I do think he's going to be in that low B tier category. Lance Stevenson, I'm going to go B. Really good defensive point guard. I think he's on the same level as a Draymond Green. Really good on the defensive end, but does have a way better jump shot than Draymond. So I think for sure has to be in that B tier category. Lauri Markkanen, I'm gonna go A tier for Lauri. I think he's so amazing at small forward because he's 7 foot, 7'4" wingspan, has an amazing player model. I think you got to give him that low A tier category spot. Jeremy Lin, I'm gonna go D tier. Very similar to some of those point guards in the D tier category. Luka Doncic, I think for sure has to be A. And I would argue S tier. I think he's on that high A tier category that I could definitely see Luka ending up in the S tier category at the end of the video. Manu Ginobili, I would say probably high B tier, maybe low A. Really good offensive point guard in the game. I'm gonna go low A tier. I think he's got great offense, a really good jump shot, and the best dribble sigs in my team. Manute Bol, easy S tier. Don't think there's really too big of a debate when it comes to Manute Bol. I would say the best or the second best card in the game, and easily the best Dark Matter if we're not counting endgames or invincibles. Mark Eden, another for sure A tier Dark Matter. I'm gonna throw him in the high A tier category. I could for sure see him in that S tier category at the end of the video. A really good inside big and an amazing giant card. Look how many Dark Matters we still have to go over. I'm gonna have to kind of fly through these. Kevin McHale really wasn't that good. I'll probably still give him B tier though. He just didn't have that good of a jump shot. LaMelo, still a really good point guard. I'm probably going to go low A tier just because of his jump shot and his offense. Yao Ming, I think you got to go S tier. I mean, 7'6" at center, 7'9" wingspan, still has an amazing player model in the game, and it's Yao Ming. You guys know what he can do. Chris Middleton, I'm going to go low C tier. Just pretty mid, to be honest, at the shooting guard position. Same thing with Mikal Bridges, Klay Thompson, just kind of all mid at shooting guard. I think George Mikan, he's really good offensively. I would say he's like a better Anthony Davis. I'm gonna put him in the B tier category. Mitch Richmond, I'm gonna go somewhere in C. Just another kind of maybe undersized shooting guard a little bit, but doesn't have that good of a jump shot. I think he's gonna have to be in a C tier. MJ, I'm gonna go A. Still a really good point guard. I know it's not his invincible version, but I feel like the hero's not as bad. Really good offensively, great at getting to the basket, and I do love his jump shot. Moses Malone, and very similar power forward to Anthony Davis and Chris Bosh. I think he's gonna be a D tier. Nat Clifton, only 6'6" at small forward, so I think he's just too undersized to be any higher than C. Bob Nedelecki, I'm gonna go A tier. A really good offensive small forward. I'm also going to move Bill Russell into the A tier category. I think you got to put Bill in A tier because of his defense, and Bob Nedelecki does have an elite level jump shot. Looking at the next dark matter, going to be Greg Oden. I'll probably throw him in somewhere in D tier alongside Patrick Ewing. OG Anunoby, I'm gonna go high B tier. I think he's a great shooting guard, especially on the defensive end. A really good two-way shooting guard, plays great defense and does have a good jump shot. Don Ole, I'm gonna probably go B tier. I know he's undersized at point guard, but he's definitely better than a Gilbert Arenas in my opinion. He's got a great jump shot, really good at going to the rim, great dribble sigs, and actually plays solid defense in game. So I do think for this dark matter card tier list, gonna be in that B tier category. Oscar Robertson, I'm gonna go low C tier. Just was never the biggest fan of this card's jump shot. Paul Westphal, I'm also gonna go in C tier. Pau Gasol, I'm probably also going to go in C. Just an average power forward, nothing too special about the card. Paul Pierce, I'm also going to go in C tier alongside like Mikal Bridges and Chris Middleton. Penny Hardaway, I'll give low B tier too. I think just like Cade, he's got height, he's got defense, he's got that size to be a dominant point guard. I just don't think you can put him in A tier, but I also don't think you can put him in C. Bob Pettit, I'm gonna go probably in B tier. A really good small forward in the game on the defensive end and still does have a pretty good jump shot. Paul George, I think, is actually pretty underrated. I'm gonna go Paul George in the high C tier categories. A 6'9" small forward with great defense. Ralph Sampson on that same tier as Mark Eden. I think are pretty much the exact same center cards, and I think both these cards could potentially be an S tier just because of their size and their defense. So Ralph Sampson got to be in the A tier category. Julius Randle, pretty mid at small forward. I'm gonna throw him in C. Ray Allen, a really good offensive shooting guard, has a great jump shot. I think you probably go Ray in like the middle B tier category. Another shooting guard on that Glenn Robinson, DeMar DeRozan type of level at the shooting guard position. Dark matter Kareem, just because of his size and his defense and his player model, I still think you probably give him low A tier. I know he doesn't have a great jump shot, just like his invincible, but I think you got to give him A. Reggie Theus is actually a pretty good point guard. I'm gonna go either high B or low A. I'm gonna go high B for Reggie Theus, a very similar point guard to Draymond in my opinion. Rick Smith, easy S tier. I think the second or third best center in the game, and a very similar card to Yao Ming, 7'6" or 7'4" I should say, at that center position, and does have a really good jump shot. I think for sure has to be an S tier. Dennis Rodman, I would say B. I do like his defense and I do value his defense a lot. Seems like a very similar small forward to a guy like Jermaine O'Neal because of their defense and their presence they bring. Rondo, I think, going to be an F tier just because he's undersized at point guard. Ron Artest, I'm going to go A tier. Once again, on that same level as a Luka Doncic, a great defensive point guard. I really like Ron Artest's jump shot. I think he's a very underrated point guard and has extremely good value. Derrick Rose, I'm gonna go D tier, a little bit better than an Allen Iverson and a Chris Paul, but I do think he's gonna be a low D tier. Sabonis, I'm gonna throw on the same tier as Pau Gasol. Amari Stoudemire, I feel like all those guys are very similar power forward cards. Sarunas, I'm gonna go either high C tier or low B. I'm gonna go low B tier for Sarunas. I still feel like he's good offensively and does have a pretty good jump shot on that same tier as James Harden. I think Malik Sealy and Sean Elliott, I know that's the next card there. I think they're both going to be in the B tier category. And also Shea, I think is also going to be in B tier. So Sean Elliott, Shea, Sealy, all going to be in that low B tier category. Sean Elliott and Malik Sealy are very similar at shooting guard, and then I think Shea is very similar to like a J.R. Smith and a James Harden at point guard. Shaq is gonna have to be in D tier, just can't really shoot threes consistently. I don't think he's F, but he just can't shoot threes. I think he's gonna have to be in the D tier category. Sidney Moncrief, I'm gonna go low C tier, still has pretty good defense. Jack Sigma, I'm gonna go actually A tier. A really quick jump shot, one of the fastest jump shots for a power forward. A very similar power forward card to Dirk, where they do have really quick releases and are great offensively at the power forward position. Next dark matter gonna be Pascal Siakam. I'm gonna probably go somewhere in C tier. A good defender, 6'9" at small forward, but doesn't have that great of a jump shot. John Starks, I'm gonna probably go C tier, just another undersized point guard in the game. Steve Smith, I'm gonna go A tier, still really good at the shooting guard position, has an elite level jump shot, and can be really good offensively. We got John Stockton, who I'm gonna put in F tier. Jason Terry, who I'm gonna put in C tier, just because of his jump shot, you know, really good dribble sigs. Maybe I could throw him you know what, I'll go him in B tier. I think he's actually really good on that Don O level at the point guard position. Terry Dischinger, I think you got to give him S tier. I'm also going to move a couple cards into S that I know for sure are going to be in the S tier category. Guys like Luka, Mark Eden, AK-47, and Michael Finley, I think are all going to be in the S tier category for now. I think they deserve to be an S tier in my opinion. Terry Cummings, not bad. I'm gonna go C tier, just a solid small forward in the game. Tim Hardaway, another undersized point guard, gonna have to be an F. Tim Duncan, not bad at power forward. I'm gonna go probably mid to high C tier. T-Mac, easy S. Same thing with T-Mac and T-Mac and Tim Thomas. I get those names confused all the time. I think are going to be easy S tier. Still one of the best, or still some of the best offensive cards in the game. I mean, Tim Thomas is a 6'10" shooting guard, has an elite level jump shot, takes like a whole country mile just to get up to this S tier category. That's how many dark matters we have. But yeah, Tim Thomas and Terry Dischinger and T-Mac also going to be in the S tier category. Tyrese Halliburton, I'm going to go D tier, just don't like his jump shot. Victor Oladipo, I'm also going D tier. Vlade Divac, I'm going to go in C. Vucevic, I'm going to probably go B tier alongside Dwight Howard and Hakeem. I think he's a very similar power forward to Hakeem Olajuwon, going to be in that B tier category. Wade just doesn't have a great jump shot, a little bit undersized at point guard, going to have to be in D tier. John Wall, I'm going to probably go B, a really good offensive point guard, has an amazing jump shot. Bill Walton, I think, is probably either high B or low A. I'm gonna probably go low A tier for Bill Walton. He plays good defense and does have really good dribble sigs. He moves really well for a power forward in my team. And then looking at Andrew Wiggins, he's probably also going to be in the A tier category alongside like Vince Carter. I think they're very similar at the shooting guard position. He brings great defense, great size, and overall great play for a shooting guard. Wilt Chamberlain, I'm gonna go probably like C. Just doesn't have a great jump shot on the same level as a Joel Embiid. James Worthy, I'm gonna go probably B tier on the same level as that all-star LeBron. I think he's just a better version of that all-star LeBron at the small forward position. Zach Randolph, I think his jump shot's pretty bad. I'm gonna go low C tier. Alonzo Mourning, I'm gonna probably go B or A. I think probably B tier alongside Horace Grant. I think they're very similar power forwards in the game, undersized, but have really good offensive stats and badges and animations. And then I think Lonzo Ball gonna be in the D tier category. So how many dark matters do we have in S? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll throw maybe one more in the S tier category. It's probably between like Ron Artest and Kristaps, and I'll just go Kristaps in the S tier category. So yeah, guys, that's going to be me ranking every single dark matter right now in the game on a tier list. I know I went through that really fast. It was still like a 25+ minute video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna quickly scroll through the tiers so you guys can see where I do rank every dark matter card, and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my dark matter card tier list. You know, if you guys would move a card up, would you guys move some cards down? Let me know all the type of stuff, what you guys thought about the tier list. Just let me know what you guys would change, all the type of stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. As you can see, it took me a long time to record, edit, post, upload, all that type of stuff. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.